Hello, this is Ryan Flahive with Wiley's Nutrition Team, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about iProfile, our proprietary dietary analysis software. And along with a tour, I'm going to talk a little bit about our new single sign-on with Wiley Plus Learning Space, the decision we made to offer our customers lifetime access to the software, the move to mobile, and a little bit about our new mobile web app of iProfile. And then finally, I'm going to close off with some reporting. So I'm going to start here at our Visualizing Nutrition 3rd edition Wiley Plus Learning Space dashboard. And here at the bottom of the page, you'll see we have our key resources ribbon. And the first key resource is the icon for iProfile. And if I click on iProfile directly from the dashboard, it will bring me into iProfile. So one of the very first things that I do when I enter iProfile the first time is I fill out my profile. Basically, that just gives me my age, my height, my weight, and calculates my body mass index. I can rate my activity level and whether I'm a smoker or a vegetarian. And that sort of sets the baseline for everything else I'm going to do in iProfile. I can easily make changes to this data. I can also, from the profile, export data. And it gives me the ability to create reports that show either my intakes or custom foods and recipes, and also my activity journal. I can also import data from other resources. I can have access to a number of different calculators here that'll help me, identify my activity level, or if I want to lose weight, use iProfile to help inform my diet and activity levels. The central page for iProfile is the food journal, and this is where I am able to access a database of nutrient values for over 50,000 foods, which are used to track what you eat and create a variety of nutrition reports for analysis. So I can say I had pancakes for breakfast, and I can search here, and I'll find pancakes with butter and syrup, and I'm going to add them to my breakfast. And then for lunch, let's say I had grilled cheese. Oops. And so I had a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm going to add that to lunch. And then let's say I had a beer after lunch. I can find all the different types of beer. Let's say I had a Bud Light, and I'll add that to my snacks. And in doing so, I am creating my food journal. While we're on the topic of the food intake activities, I want to point out that in Wiley Plus Learning Space, we have lots and lots of questions that make iProfile assignable. And with this new edition, the authors have created case studies that basically give you a standardized profile. So in this case, it's Kelly Watson, and you get her weight and BMI, and then you get her food journal. And this makes it possible for instructors to ensure that their students who are going to have varied diets and varied activity levels have at least a couple examples where they're working from one same baseline to demonstrate their mastery of the iProfile software itself. And when I go back to Wiley Plus Learning Space, we actually have a number of questions specifically built around these case studies. So it makes them easy to assign and makes it easy for instructors then to confirm once again that their students really do know how to properly execute a food intake and ensure that they know how to properly use the reporting. Okay, so now I'm in the activity journal. And let's say I walked to school today. So I type walk and I search, and it gives me a lot of different types of walking. Let's say I was walking about 3.5 miles per hour uphill, and I did this for 25 minutes. All right, so added that to my activities. Then let's say I went to the gym and I ran on the treadmill for 30 minutes. So I searched for run, and I ran for 30 minutes. And I would continue to add any activities that burned calories into this activity journal. And the reporting page, which you see here, is one of the key strengths that really distinguishes iProfile from other platforms. And I'm going to zoom in so you can see all the different types of reports that we offer. As you can see, students have access to their DRI, macronutrient distribution reports, as well as their food journal summary, intake compared to DRI, an intake spreadsheet, a comparison to the MyPlate standards, single nutrient reports, food exchange reports, an activity journal summary, and then an energy balance report. One of the most exciting new enhancements in iProfile 3.0 is the move to mobile. And it's really easy to install the mobile web app onto your screen. Basically, students will log in the first time. And again, we have extended this login access to now become lifetime access to iProfile. But they log in once, then they can just save to screen. You'll see the icon saves right there to their screen, and they can open it up, and they have an easy web-enabled interface for all of the intake and reporting that makes iProfile so powerful right there on their web-enabled phone. And in closing, I want to revisit the 4 key points that I addressed during this presentation. First of all, that we now have single sign-on between Wiley Plus Learning Space and iProfile. Our customers will have lifetime access to iProfile. In version 3.0, we've now gone mobile and launched our web app. And as always, one of the key strengths for iProfile has been reporting, and that continues to be part of iProfile's legacy. Thank you so much.